Hello from Tennessee.
Hello from Tennessee. So I know it's been a while, and major reason for that probably is where my studio is downstairs in a lower garage, and it's been cold, so that's been challenging. Not wanting to come down to do it, and plus, I just really haven't felt like it. So, but feeling a little enthused today, so I thought I'd drop a topic video. I had something kind of floating around my head a little bit. But first off, I'm wearing one of the longest watches in my collection, um, the Tudor Smile Dial Black Bay 41. Awesome watch, uh, and definitely a keeper. Um, it's just discontinued in this configuration. You can tell, and I'll get off this, but the smile dial. So all that means is it's not a Tudor. It's just not a Tudor movement when they do the smile dial like that. It's I think it's an ETA movement in this particular one, and I think they started using Salida too as well. Um, so couple things, maybe two or three things. First off, using a new phone. I just upgraded my iPhone, and so I went from an 11 to a 17. So it will be interesting to see how that plays in video content. I didn't get anything fancy. I just don't post enough, to be honest with you. I just went with the straight 17, which from what I read has very similar specs to maybe the 15 or 16 Pro models. So I think this is going to be a massive upgrade, and I'm hoping that I notice it on the video side too as well. So, and what else? Oh yeah, I'm at 975 subscribers. I still have a giveaway. I guess I really don't expect to get subs when I'm not posting videos, so I understand that. But anything you can do to help me get over the top. If you already subscribe, thank you. Consider sharing and maybe try to drive some volume for me. If you're just stumbling across this video, please like and subscribe and help me get to that 1,000. It's been a long haul. I've been doing this for about 5 years, so it's just one of those milestones that I just want to get to, and I appreciate everybody that's been along for the journey. Okay, so here's my what I've been kind of pondering in my mind. My good buddy, good friend, Random Rob posted a video today about how selling watches is a PETA, pain in the you know what, and I totally agree with that. And it got me thinking that I'm pretty lucky in terms of I've been able to sell the stuff I've needed to sell. A lot of that is a function of price, to be honest with you. And the way that I look at price, I look at it in this lens. When right now it's a buyer's market, and so prices are priced as such. People are looking for deals for a multitude of reasons, but people are looking for deals. But what I really think about too is the opportunity cost of holding on potentially to watches that you're not jiving with, right? And then the opportunity to buy the next bright new shiny thing. And I had a circumstance come up recently, and I wasn't planning on buying a watch, but my buddy Mark had a deal I couldn't pass up on a version 2 Christopher Ward Dartmouth watch. And I don't have it with me right now because I'm getting some help sizing up the bracelet, or otherwise I would have brought it down for this video. I own the version 1 of that watch, and I really missed it. And so that watch had loosely been on my radar for a while, and when it popped up and the price that it was offered for, I couldn't just pass it up. But I didn't really have the budget for it. The way that I kind of do my budget is my my watch budget is almost like in its own little ecosystem. So my watch budget remains outside of our normal budget. Occasionally, it will get infusions um, based on, uh, maybe birthday money, Christmas money. Um, maybe we'll, my wife and I will decide to spend some money on, electronics or jewelry or something like that. And then we kind of just negotiate how much each of us is going to get out of our joint budget to be able to purchase something that brings us some joy and contentment, but at the same token, it's really not necessary. And so that works really well um, for me because uh, I think responsible watch ownership is important. Uh, so with that being said, opportunity lost comes up. So I'm going back to the ward. So when I bought that ward, basically what I ended up doing is I needed to flip a couple other watches and just to raise some money. And I've got one watch that I'm getting ready to flip that's in the works right now that will help me settle what I owe. So that's how I kind of look at it. I'm finding that I'm comfortable with about a 30 watch collection or so. And a lot of the pieces I have now, to be honest, are ones that are getting tougher to let go of just because I've kind of refined what I like, buying what I like, connecting with it quicker. So it gets a little bit more challenging, but that continues. That process continues to shift and ebb and flow over time. It's just not as drastic as it was when I first started collecting. Now it's getting tougher, and some harder decisions have to be made in terms of what I'm flipping and so forth. So that's what I did, and I think the last point I want to make, and I apologize, this is a little ramble. I didn't really make any notes on this. I'm just kind of going off the top of my head. But the one thing I've been thinking about too is the need to have like multiple ways to sell watches. You all know that if you watch this, there's a good chance that you belong to the same Discord that I belong to, and that's a great place to sell watches. But we were talking in that group earlier this morning, actually, and it's a small group of people, and we're all looking for good deals. So that sometimes makes us so we have to kind of go outside that group to sell. That's got its pitfalls and challenges too, as well. There's a lot of buyers protections built into eBay sales, and some folks just don't want to deal with that. And like I said, I oftentimes sell for a loss or a break even, um, but when I can buy something else that I'm getting good value on, I feel like it's a fair trade. So that's it. As always, stay positive, make friends, enjoy the journey. Take care, everybody. Remember, like, subscribe, share, help me get to 1,000 so I can do that giveaway soon. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.